So this is about her hamstring flexibility right here, right? Without me, I can force it and get a little more. But this is essentially her, what we would call range one, okay? So then we're gonna go here, same thing, right? And then we're gonna check her shoulders. So right to about here, right? Feel that stretch. And then we're gonna go on this one, there, same thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you something. Before we even start her stretching, we're gonna go through something real quick, and we're gonna see a big difference in her flexibility. So one of the things we have to remember is all our muscles are connected to our hips, to our rib cage. Most importantly, our diaphragm, what we talked about before, is gonna be a big thing that's gonna contribute to our flexibility. So, Kayla. So what I want Kayla to do is she's gonna breathe in through her nose, and you're gonna puff your belly up, big fat belly, and then you're gonna exhale through your mouth like you're blowing up a balloon. So a hard exhale, like you're trying to blow up a balloon. When she lets all that air out of her body, she's gonna pause for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then she's gonna inhale again through her nose. Now when she exhales, I'm gonna be behind her though, and I'm gonna be pushing her rib cage down, okay? Just gonna help it a little bit. So we're gonna do 4 breaths like that, and then we're gonna retest everything, okay? And we're gonna see a big difference. So, Kayla, what I want you to do is inhale through your nose, big belly, exhale through your mouth, get all this air out. I'm not pushing hard, I'm just kind of forcing this rib cage down. Pause, 3, 2, 1, inhale, exhale, hard exhale, get it all out, all out, all out, all out, all out. 3, 2, 1, again. Exhale. All that air out. Good. 3, 2, 1. One more. Big inhale, hard exhale. Get all that air. All out, all out, all out. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stay right there. So now we're going to recheck the hamstrings and your shoulders. Right? Okay, so we're here. We're going to do this one. Okay, now we're going to check her shoulders. Her shoulders are real tight. Better though, right? A lot better. So we're here now on this one, and then on this one. Okay, so we got a lot of flexibility in her hamstrings and her shoulders without even stretching her, without pulling on her, twerking on her. And the reason why, Kayla, I want you to stand up for me. The reason why we did that, again, we talked before. So when we have this big arch in our back, right? What happens is our rib cage pulls up this way, and our pelvis pulls down this way. So instead of it being here, they should be over top of each other. They sit here, okay? Also what happens, because these sit here, our diaphragm, our breathing muscle, kind of tips forward as well. So we kind of get this. But when we get this, everything in the back here, our shoulders, everything, is gonna be under tension. So what we did just there is kind of reset everything. So we pushed her rib cage down, and we got her pelvis to sit back this way, okay? So again, that was only, 4 breaths that we did, and it didn't cause a lot of twerking and all that stuff, and we weren't pulling on her. Because you guys have to remember, you're getting all that, when you're doing your bar work and all that stuff, you're getting twisted, you're pulling, you're flipping, there's a lot of tension on your muscles to begin with. So we want to try to stretch you and create flexibility without causing more tension to your body, okay, or more trauma to your body. So that's one way. So that's why we said before about the breathing is so very important, okay? And that's one thing you can do on your own at home, right, where you're laying on your back. We're laying on our back, we're here, we're doing that same thing. We're breathing in through our nose. We're exhaling hard through my mouth. I'm gonna blow all this air out, and then I'm gonna pause for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then I'm inhaling again, okay? When I do this laying on the floor and my knees are bent, When I exhale, all that air is going to cause my back to go flat into the floor, and I'm going to pause 3 seconds. When we do that, we're working very deep core muscles and breathing muscles that we're not going to be able to work through doing other things, okay? So again, you saw with her, we were able to get a lot of flexibility, mobility, just by correcting our breathing a little bit, okay? What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to go over some basic stretching that we can do. That's going to help cause a lot of flexibility, okay? We like to use the bands, so I like these because what happens when we use bands is it tracks our joint a little bit. So it actually pulls the joint out versus when we use like a cloth strap. When we use a strap, it actually closes the joint off a little bit. So I like to use the bands, all right? So go ahead. What we're going to do is you're going to put this on your foot, just one side. Yep.
You guys can do it too.
Lay back. Yep, we're going to stretch our hamstrings. Very simple. I'm sure you guys do this. Just try to get it on the mid part of your foot so the band don't slip off. We're here. Now listen, when you're doing this, we want to straighten your down leg, honey. Yep. When we do this, we want to breathe in through our nose, exhale through our mouth, right? So as we're doing this, we're concentrating on our breathing as well. So we're going to hold this about 45 seconds to a minute. After we do this, what you're going to do then is you're going to go across your body this way. Okay, do you feel this? So we're going to go same thing about 45 seconds, and then we like to rotate it out, okay? So let's go middle first right now. Midpoint. Yep. You feel that? You feel that one? And listen, when we're stretching, we're not too worried about staying in this locked position, okay? Because when we try to keep everything locked down, all we're causing is tension to our body, so we're not allowing our muscles to relax. So just kind of let your body just naturally fall, okay? Now we're going to go to the outside. I don't, because again, if we try to lock that hip down, we're going to lock that into place. Because remember, the hamstring inserts into the pelvis. So if we try to fight that, we're not really. So we just kind of naturally let it fall. You know, a little longer than we are right now for time's sake. Straighten this way. Yep, try to keep that knee straight, yep. Let's go to the outside. Now is we're going to put this band, keep it on your foot. We're going to take this leg here. We're going to grab the band. So if it's on my right leg, I'm grabbing the band with my left hand. I'm going to apply a little pressure on my knee here, and I'm going to pull this leg back a little bit. So I'm here, pushing and pulling. Just sitting, right? We don't want to force it too much. You're going to feel a big stretch right on the side part of your behind, okay? Your piriformis. Apply a little pressure, push. Push on your knee a little bit. So,
Marley, if you don't want to go halfway around your quarter turn, I just want to see you all the way up and around day.
feel that? Push on your knee, push back a little bit with this leg. Feel that, huh?
Put this thing out there, guys.
All right, so the next one now, we're going to keep this band on our foot. You're going to lay down on your side. You want to make sure that this ground leg is bent a little bit. If not, you're going to feel it in your back. So we're going to grab this band and we're just going to pull over a little bit, just like that. You're going to feel a big stretch in your hip flexor and your quad, okay? So listen, ideally we want this at 90. Okay, we want your knee at 90. But if it creeps in a little bit, that's okay. Okay, but as you get flexible, we want to try to get this knee to 90 degrees. Okay. One knee here. What I want you to do is you're going to rotate this knee in a little bit, this ground knee. So see how I turn it in a little bit? I'm here. Now I'm going to push this front knee over my toes. All right, we're going to get a big stretch right here in our groin. Okay, so I'm starting here. I'm going to rotate this leg in, push this knee over. I'm just going to sit nice and tall. And then we're just going to sit up nice and tall. This is huge, especially for gymnasts, okay? Because we're gonna get this big stretch here in our hip flexor and our quad. One of the things we talk about all the time, right, is this extension that we're getting in our low back. So when our hips or when our pelvis dumps forward this way and we get this extension, our hip flexors are shortened, okay? What this is gonna do is this is gonna stretch all that, all right? So let's see if we can find some spots on the wall without ripping down the pictures. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay on your back, you're going to cross the leg over, and then we're just going to roll over on the side, just like this. The idea is to keep this knee on the floor, okay? My head's in line with my spine, all right? It's not laying down on the floor, or it's not up here. It's right in line. I'm going to stack this hand on this hand. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reach out and over, and I'm going to follow this hand with my eyes. I want to keep this knee on the ground, okay? Now again, as statically, we can just hold it, or we can go in and out of it, or we can breathe in, exhale, and then back over, all right? For today, we're just gonna hold it outwards, okay? So let me see you guys get into that. So you're gonna lay on your back, you're gonna cross the leg over, and we're gonna roll to our side. Roll, yep, to your hands behind your low back, just like this, just like you're being handcuffed. I'm here. I'm just gonna lay and push. You're pushing your low back into the floor, and you're just gonna sit just like this. Okay, breathe in through your belly. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, let me sit. Someone you gonna see with the tight shoulders? How high her shoulders sit up?